Hello people, welcome back to DutchModeling. Today with another inbox review. And this day it's gonna be the Panda models TBMP T-15 with 57mm gun. It's a very new kit by Panda Models, and I really want to thank Panda Models and DutchModeling for sending me this review sample. So that out of the way. This is their newest release of the TBMP, so it's more like an APC than the main battle tank. I've been in the box before, and I can quite easily say this thing is massive. It's a 1/45 scale, kit number is PH, Panda Hobby, 35051. There are photo etch parts included. And this is the box art, the thing kind of in stationery, not really in use. One color only, so it's quite simple. And as you can see in the picture alone, or in the box art alone, like I said, this thing is massive. On the sides, we got three different color schemes. We got a tritone, greenish, a complete green, and this one is a scheme for one of the expos. I tried doing the Terminator in this scheme, and I couldn't control my average good enough to do this, so I will definitely not do this one. On this side again you got the box art with the name of it and no kit number. On this side again only a warning, that's basically it. And here again is the box art. Like I said, here's the kit number, you're gonna see there. And let's open the box and see what's inside. And the first thing you notice is the upper hole here. So, and that thing is massive. We got the instruction book here, put it on the side. We got tracks, which seem to be a bit of a nightmare, but we'll come to that later. We got the upper and the lower hole. And again, as you can see, this is massive, and I will keep this here, so I'm going to do a comparison for you. And we got a couple of screws, wheels, a little poster with the color callouts on the other side, here as well, and we got the photo etch thread with some cabling and the decals, which are nice and few. So put these all on the side. And the first thing I want to do is I'm just going to cut these out. I'm going to, before I actually start the review with the instruction book, like I normally do, I'm just going to take this out of this packaging and kind of demonstrate the size of this thing. And this is, if this is true, a 1/35 scale, and it's to scale, which at the moment I have no reason to doubt. But this is a TBMP, so which is the Armada series. A BMP, the Russians, and I'm just gonna put a main battle tank, the T-90, which isn't a small tank either, next to it. I mean, let's put it on way on the back, and it's almost as long as the T-90 with its gun. So that says something about the size of this thing. And let's put it back with the fuel tanks. I mean, yeah, this thing is absolutely enormous. That being done, put this aside, don't drop it because it's my award-winning tank. Let's balance it on the radiator, so hopefully it won't drop down. And I'm going to put this inside, we're going to do it later. We're going to start, as usual, with the instructions. A little read before assembly. Icon instructions, so you can what it means. Then you open it up and you start with the instruction sheet and immediately see this has been edited, so this probably was wrong, so there might be some instructions out there where the addition of this is not in yet. I'm not sure 100%, but seeing this, that's a possibility. Now we start here with the drive wheel, the road wheels, this is also the idler, the road wheels with the swing arms attached immediately. So that's... Ah, the cat is walking around. Something new. They're all got poly caps, you can see, so you can remove them if you want. And the sprocket wheel. You make 2 of them, which is logical with sprockets. Then you go to the lower hole. Add some plating here. And then you do the return rollers here. Some hooks in the front. Then they say attach all the wheels. And you got the drive wheel or the idler. Get the end transmission box here. And you got some mud flaps you add in here. Road wheel will go on together with the swing arms. As you can see, this one has apparently. This is something like a track tightener. Sprocket wheel goes on. On the rear, you start with attaching the tow cable or track changing cable, which is kind of strange. You do it this early in the build, but well, they want it, so they do it. Then you go to the tracks, which are, you got the tracks, you have to put in two pads and then the guide horn, and then you can use a jig to assemble them further. It says it's 95 links per side, and take it with a grain of salt because normally that isn't completely correct. And here you can see just the normal positioning of everything. I'm guessing these are not workable tracks because you can glue them here, but it doesn't say completely. Go on the upper hole on the inside. Got some kinds of stuff being put on. On the outside, hooks here, basket, toolbox there. It's either or. The cat is really playing right now. Spare track links. These could be smoke line launchers or something like that. Flare, smoke line launchers, something like that. I'm guessing these are flares or something here on the back, or also smoke line launchers, could be everything. This is a photo etch part on which you glue photo etch parts. All kinds of hooks here, as you can see, and you bend it and put it here on the basket. Put some hatches in place with vision blocks and everything. You can see there. The same launchers on the other side, more vision blocks here. And these looks like some kind of small launches which you put on here. This could be everything, don't know what it is. Again, side here, this protection for the vision blocks. Here goes something, again another ring for the other vision blocks there. Engine grills. This could be part of the exhaust system. Again, the launcher on the other side. Some cover here for the toolboxes. And all kinds of small stuff here. Some extra armor plating. And a different cover again. Why they don't do it all same one, I don't know, but right. Then you put the upper and the lower hole together. It's pretty quick. And then you got the, well, lack of a better word, the shirts and side armor plating, the air blocks go on here. As you can see, everything is being put together. Sorry. The rear door, where the tubes can go in with some cover for an RPG screen. Then the other side goes on there. This is the door itself. This is the front for the glaciers, upper glaciers. Lighting goes on, covers, protectors, another cable. All hooks and thingies go on there. It goes on the front, as I said. Then you got the spades, ditching thingy. You got all the Russians do have this. I think it's to create a little bit of a ditch for themselves. That goes underneath. The exhaust cover goes on here. Then you go to this turret. The gun, this 57mm gun. Basically no interior whatsoever, so just the arms, so you can go in and move up and down. And the barrel is constructed out of different pieces there. And some lighting and sensors and antenna and everything goes on. Then you got some more work on the top of the antenna. You got the missile launchers go on the side here. And I think they go on both sides, to be honest. Do they not? No, they only go on one side. Okay, I thought they go on both sides, but they only go on one side. And then you got, I wouldn't say vision blocks, but range finders and night vision and infrared vision and everything goes on here. This is the coax machine gun. And then you put the turret on the upper hole and everything is done. Quite easily, it seems. Now let's go to the poster, aka color callouts. And I do like this kind of a poster to put on your wall in your man cave if you want. And if you open it up, you got different color schemes. First you got these. This is what I said one of the expos went to. And you can see how big it is on the top as well. You got this bulges here on the side. Doesn't say what it is for. No unit, no whatsoever. But like I said, I've seen this scheme on one of the expos because I have a Terminator and I tried it in this scheme and I failed. They got the Tritone army colors, which I like more. Just the kind of NATO Warsaw Pact scheme. And here you got the, what is it, 2017 parade color scheme with the newish decal there. And this is basically just one color of Russian dark green. They don't say which color they use. They do give you a color call out. It's a Russian modern dark green. It's CV013 and you got CU302. Like, oh, here it says Guns Sunjo Mr. Color was used, so you know what color they need, and you can find them in your own color range. So let's start with the upper and lower hole on the plastic model part. It actually says Panda Hobby 2016. So this is basically just the hole for the Armada, because that's a 2016 kit. I think this is a 2019 kit. So this is just reusing the old hole for the T-14. And there's no texture, but the rivets and the bolt heads look good. It's on the side. But not a lot of detail there. Two hatches here. There's no escape hatch. People won't fit through this. So it's basically very simply done, but doesn't look too bad. You have to clean it up because apparently this has been cut off a screw already. Not very nicely though. You have to sand it a little bit, at least I have. So see the bottom, because that's actually the only thing that's some interesting clips on there. And there it is. And then you got the sides there. You can see some of the detailing. And that's basically it, what as far as goes to the lower hole. The upper hole, there's a lot of molded on stuff already. Now interior detail, there's a massive powder flash here. Which doesn't go off very easily. At all, so you really have to cut this off. Strange for a new kit, but okay. Oh, 1 second. That was the Mrs. calling. Good, where was I? Molded on stuff. Yeah, some blocks here are molded in. The sides here, the vent blocks are molded in. And there's actually some lids here molded in already. Some extra fuel tanks are molded on here. One of the damn, can't remember it. Hatches is already molded on completely. So there's a lot of stuff pre-molded. Doesn't give a date on this one, so this is pretty new. There's a lot of stuff pre-molding. The molding isn't too bad, to be honest. It looks good. So, yeah. On the side as well, a lot of molding on. There's something here broke off. That's a shame. That's because it's not protected, and I have to see that I can glue it back on. Here. Here's some slate. Again, here's been where it's cut off the sprue. You have to clean that up. I have. And the molding on the same side on the same also. So see a little bit of a close up. We're gonna do it like this because it's hard to see otherwise. Hopefully you can see this. It's all molded on the side. There's some vents there as you can see. And there the molding's on the top. And everything is like this. Oh, it's molded on there. So there's some engine vents. There the blocks. There's the hatch. It's molded on already. And you got on this side again fuel tanks, all molded on or in. And then here again the side panels with this one here. As you can see, it's damaged, but a little bit of glue will fix that. And then the rear there with here the chunk of where is it here? You have to clean it up, but it's only in this one. It doesn't have to be on yours as well. And then you can. The fit of these two actually is. Yeah, well, I have to clean this up. That's why it doesn't fit like this. But overall, especially here in the front. Oh, come on, stay put. There's no gap here in the front whatsoever. And even the sides close up very nicely, as you can see. Just clamp this down, and again, almost no seam whatsoever. So it fits together brilliantly. That's a good thing. So I'm not going to put that back in the bag. That's unnecessary. Let's start with a big sprue. This is the turret, lower turret bottom. These also almost broke off. Gun parts, all small stuff, cans, coax, part of the gun again, the missile launchers. It's all slide molded. It's nice. The gun is open on the front, so that's good. And all sorts of small stuffs. Here's a big hole. I don't know if something's supposed to be in here. 43. So I'll just check that to be sure there's nothing in the back. So this will be sprue G 43 because this is a bit, or it's only this one. That would make me laugh, to be honest. G. Yeah, it's this one. This is G, so this entire area is for that thing. Cool. Funny. And then here's of course the turret, and there's a little bit of flash here. Let's see. Molding is pretty crisp. Like I said, there's a little bit of flash. No interior detail, no detail on the underside, so I don't have to turn it around. Here's a part that's almost broken off. Oh, sorry, there. It will. It's hanging on. And here's the gun, which is molded open on the side, molded and molded on the side. The two missile launchers here just slide molded, so that's always a good thing. And there's all sorts of small stuff. There's not really a lot of surface detail. Take this one, it's too big to hold. Hopefully you can see all the small stuff there. There's the lower third part, and then you got this. Oh, where is it? Can I? Yeah, there it is. And then you got the third there. Hopefully it's not whiting out with the light. Then you go back here, the missile launchers, some more stuff. There it goes. The gun barrel, which, as I said, hopefully I can show you, is molded open there. See? So, yeah, not too bad. Too bad for this one, but well, it's still hanging on there, so I'm okay with that. Take this one out, otherwise it won't fit everything. Then we got two of the same wheels, so I'll take one out and show you the other. If it wants to come out, it doesn't because it hangs somewhere. So, sprock wheel parts, rope wheels, idler, swing arms, dampeners. Oh, these are those launchers. Small stuffs, hooks, eyes for the cable. More of those launchers, the guards for the headlights. I do wonder though, and I haven't seen, maybe I can see them later. Wheels look good. Nice and tight. Clean molds. Sprocket wheel looks good. Again, nice clean molding. As does the idler. Yeah, looks good. There's actually some writing on the tires, which I got good eyes, but I can't really read that. Maybe the camera can pick it up. So I'm going to show you again. All the small stuffs again. There's a lot of small stuffs. Yeah. There's launcher of sorts, swing arms. And there. Let's see if I can get this close enough. There. Nah. And there you can't read that. There's something there on the rubber, but yeah, you can't read that. And some more. Sorry for the movement. More wheels, we had those already, and then we're going here to the small stuff again. Hooks. And then you got those things that look like launchers. Could be chaff, could be smoke, could be flares. I really don't know. As far as I know, a very new vehicle, so I could have looked it up, of course. Could have. Should have. Didn't. This is one single screw again. This actually is a very nice cutting mat. Nothing to see, so yeah. Again, domino.be, nice cutting mat. High quality. Falling out there. Just some blank plates here, the basket, more launchers, tops for the toolboxes, a hatch, the vision block, protectors, toolboxes here, more boxes, storing space, more of those launcher thingies, there, and all kinds of small stuff. I'm actually pretty impressed with the basket. There's almost no flash on it. Oh, here on the inside there's some. But that's very thin molding, this. Got some ejector pin mats on the other side you need to clean up probably. If you can see them. Because they might intervene with fitting properly. So that's something you have to check at. But all in all, looks good. And like I said, here all kinds of miscellaneous small stuff. Let's see the basket first. You can see there, that's some nice molding. Got some more small stuff, like I said. It's all, and then got those launcher thingies there. And there's the spread track links and miscellaneous smallies. You can see here. And that's it for this sprue. So, back in the back. Back. Now you got two of the same. So again. Cut. Take one out, leave one in if you can. Oh, okay. They're actually molded together for some reason. Yeah, this is done on purpose. So they kind of mold these together, as you can see there here in the middle. They folded something around. Let's see if I can cut those loose. I hope so. Without breaking anything. Or cutting my fingers open. Yeah, there we go. So they're not the same. They look the same. This is the B sprue, this is the C sprue. So, for some reason they got folded up. They're mostly the same. You got the big sides, you got the upper plate here, you got the RPG mesh for the back door, and some extra armor plating. No detail on the other side. This is some nice molding here, clean. Sides here. So this will be quick. You can see for yourself. There's the RPG mesh on the side back door. There's the massive side armor. Schützen, you would say. And then it won't fit back into the well. You got almost the same. You got the side armor, you got some to the side. This is the bottom plate, and then you got some extra plating here. So yeah, this is very much the same. It's all riveted. There's not a single weld mark on there. So again, just a quick look on the side armor. And then there's the lower glaciers there. And that's it already. There are only a couple of big pieces, so. Back. Then we got the clear parts, which isn't very interesting. There are vision blocks, and that's it. So, and they're clear, so there's not a lot to see there, so I'm going to leave them in there. And then we got this little sprue here. Very odd shaped, those triangular shapes here, no clue what they're for. A hedge and smally stuff. So no interior detail on the head, so I don't have to see it, and I have no clue where these pointy things are for. They're pretty thick, so they're probably trying to get scale armor on those. So yeah, and that's it for this sprue. And then we got the tracks left. And a big question mark for me, and I'll let you know what I mean. And first the tracks. So you got the tracks themselves. May I? Yes. And then you got the sprues with the pads and the guide horns. Tracks are very basic. Pads go in here, little pin in the middle, and the guide horns go in between. And you can make them workable if you want. Because that's the whole setup a bit. So, but now there are two things I'm missing. Here, there's not in here. It's not at least. Just take everything out so I can see. All same way. So you got, let me see. Of course I do that one the wrong way. 6 of these. And you got a shit ton of these. But in the instructions they were talking about a jig, and I cannot recall seeing that jig. So that's gonna be not very jiggy with it. Like I said, you got a shit ton of these. So you really got a shit ton of these. You can see. Lots of cleanup. 4 points per track link. Do it like a 200, so you got yeah, 800 snippies to do. If you want to meet them all, that is. So, and then we got the last bag, which has the decals, towing cable, and the photo etch. This is a resealable bag, that's always good. So yeah, there's only a couple, there's 2 numbers, and then you got the stripes, that's everything. So there's nothing a lot you can go wrong for there. They look good, they look in register. So yeah, quick look. Looky. And then we got the photo etch. Well, this is just a copper wire, so I'm sure you have seen those before. Put that back in there. And then you get the photo etch. It's again pretty thin, will be bendable. And this is all again mesh and the bigger stuff. Looks good. Again, they're molded on some rivets here, which looks actually pretty good. Let's see if I can fix it up. There it is. It's pretty nice looking photo etch. No problem with that. But there are 2 things. I'm gonna take the box here because I can clean up, and I'm gonna see that I can get the instructions out again. I want to verify something. Could be just me, but I thought I'm missing a few things. I'll put this back. And I'm gonna look, because they were talking A31. Okay, so they're not poly caps, they're just plastic styrene fillers, which were on the sprues, so no poly caps. That's my mistake. And here they're talking T4. That's a jig, which is T. There's no T. I don't have a T-screw. So you don't get that jig. Or did I miss it? It says T4, doesn't it? Yeah, T4. T1, T2. It should have been with T. But again, you can see here it's a T4. And that's probably why I did this. This is T track. And it does not come with the jig. That's why I did this. Let's see if I can pull this off, because now I'm very curious. Yeah, see? Yeah, I'm gonna very much. I know what's on what these are for, and I don't even see. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, underneath this you can see it, but I can see through light. You can see here shining through is a little bit of the old tracks. So they had a sprue, the T sprue first, with the jig on top side, and you can see it if you go through in the light, but they don't include the jig anymore. So that's kinda shitty. But because they do say it's here, but it isn't. So keep that in mind. If you got a jig like this somewhere, which fits, don't throw those away. They say it is here and it isn't. It's not in the box. You saw me take all the track links out, and there was no, these are the T. Yeah, this is 3, this is 1, this is 2, there's no T4, there's no track jig in this box. So that's a shame, especially because they say you should have one, according to the instructions. But all in all, as a well, the only one so far, the TBMP T-15 with a 57mm gun made by Panda Hobbies, kit number 35051. Looks to be not a too hard of a build. It's a, like I said, I compared it to the T90. It's a massive beast. No other way around that one. And yeah, it looks good. There are some parts of flash, but if the way the whole goes together is an indication of how everything else goes together, this will be a breeze to build. Mind you, I have no clue because I haven't built it before. I'm not 100% sure if the tracks will be workable, which is not really a necessity because the wheels aren't. So it's just a static display, you cannot move them. And if you're really lazy, if you can see here, you actually only need to build half of the track links, because everything on the top run you will not be able to see because of the side armor. All in all, first off again, I want to thank Panda Hobbies and Dominoes.be for providing me with this review kit. So get that out of the way. And I'm gonna enjoy this. Looks cool. Like I said, looks massive. The molding looks good. There's a little bit of flash here and there, but it's quite easy piece of cleaning it up. So I foresee no problems in that area. So yeah, that's my opinion about this, and you can take it or leave it and do what you want. So if you like this review, please like the video, subscribe to me. Hit the bottom there, the subscribe to the button. Put the bell next to it if you want to be kept informed about my new videos. And if you're really wanting to support me, go to my Patreon and help me out via there. All the details are in the description box below this video. Hope to see you soon. Hope you enjoy this, and bye bye.